Toyota trucks are different. Tacoma is built for your life's adventures. Dependable day in and day out for weekend warriors and as a die-hard work truck. Tacomas also do better when it comes to fuel costs. Now's the time to buy right. Toyota trucks are different.
Inside PressBox is presented by Freedmont Mortgage. Don't make a 30-year mistake by choosing the wrong lender. Go to Freedmont.com now for all of your mortgage needs. And welcome to Inside PressBox. I'm Stan the Fan Charles, the publisher and your host, the publisher of PressBox and your host. And we start with a disclaimer. Due to the configuration of events with the Jewish holiday Rosh Hashanah beginning on Wednesday and the Ravens season opener in Denver on Thursday, we've taped this show a little earlier in the week on Tuesday. But we still have an interesting program in store for you, one which includes a chat with the author and PressBox contributor, Dean Smith. He recently penned a book published on the Ravens' run to the Super Bowl and how it affected the city of Baltimore. The book is entitled Never Easy, Never Pretty. We'll also get the latest from our contributing fantasy football guru and the owner of fansfantasyfootball.com, Ken Zalis. But before all that, we start with the founder of the Flip Flop Festivus. It's easy for me to say. He started it to benefit the Life and Breath Foundation. That's Sean Hull, and he's brought along a good friend and supporter of his efforts, former Ravens receiver and a participant in Super Bowl 35. That's Qadry Ismail. Gentlemen, thank you for coming.
Absolutely. Appreciate you having us.
And Sean, great to see you again. Not that it's not good to see Qadry, but I get to see and hear him a lot more often. Tell us a little bit. We've had you on for 3 straight years. Steve Davis got me involved with having you on. And how is this effort coming along? And tell us a little bit about the Life and Breath Foundation and what it's about.
Well, Stan, we've made some significant progress over the last 14 years that we've been doing this, but the Flip Flop Festivus, this being the 5th year, has really allowed us to make some strides in the area of not only raising dollars for research, but in partnering with Johns Hopkins. They're developing a blood test that from a diagnostic standpoint is going to allow detection of this disease a lot earlier. So a lot of the dollars that we raise is going to help them with their research efforts. I think more recently we've identified that there's patients out there suffering with the disease that have needs for prescriptions, transportation to the doctor, some help in terms of direction with which specialist, which doctor to kind of select and what is available to them. So we're putting together our hands to kind of bring that along also.
So the Life and Breath Foundation looks at big picture stuff, but also the practicalities of somebody's life that's been affected with the disease.
Correct. You hit it on the nail.
All right. Now, I assume that you two guys, because I know your name's been attached to it the last few years, I assumed you just hooked up and you became friends and you were touched by his story because it was your mom that was afflicted with sarcoidosis, but you have somebody that was afflicted with sarcoidosis.
Well, actually, Sean and I met a few years back when Adelius Thomas was actually a free agent and went to the New England Patriots. And in that transition phase, there was the Life and Breath Foundation looking for a person to partner with, a celebrity to partner with. When Sean and I met up, I hit it off instantly with him. And as he was explaining sarcoidosis and its effect on the body, I remember my good friend Reggie White, who was also affected by it, and actually while he had sleep apnea, the sarcoidosis actually made the symptoms even worse and caused him to have a early departure from this earth. So that being said, just knowing Sean, his passion, his character, and then at the same time realizing that my good friend, the late great Reggie White, and what he meant and what he stood for, I thought that it would be great for me to partner with the Life and Breath Foundation.
Well, it is good that you're doing it. Now tell our viewers a little bit about the event. It's coming up on the 20th of the month, right?
That's correct.
Which is the night before West Virginia comes into play Maryland.
Correct.
And before the Houston Texans play the Ravens on Sunday the 22nd. But tell us a little bit about the event.
We are anticipating a wonderful weekend. We know it's going to be action-packed, and we've been given the blessings to kind of kick it off on Friday night at the Royal Sonesta Hotel, which is the old Harbor Court Hotel.
Yep.
and we'll get things going in the VIP at 6:30 p.m. The main event will start at 7. We have entertainment from A-Town A-List, which is a wonderful band that's out of Atlanta, Georgia, and we'll have some of our celebrity friends to come in and join us again, and we'll be raising money through an auction, outright donations, and we're really looking forward to a great evening.
All right. Qadry, it's news to me. I did not know that that's what took Reggie White from our midst. I have a question for both of you, and I know I probably asked you, and I didn't do a good enough job listening. Is sarcoidosis something that affects the African American community more than the white population?
Well, Stan, it affects naturally all of the races and origins out there. More prevalently, it will attack African American females from age 22 to 40 for some odd reason. It attacks that segment of the population more than anything else. But there's identified a big population in Scandinavia, Ireland, England, as well as the United States that all suffer with the disease. So one of our missions is really to work with other foundations here in the United States to kind of pull our resources together to act for the benefit of those that are suffering with it, those that have lost someone who has suffered with it, and the families that are supporting those individuals.
All right, we're out of time now, but the website is lifeandbreath.org.
Correct. Tickets, donations can be purchased at www.lifeandbreath.org.
All right, thank you both for coming in. Really appreciate it, Sean. Qadry, good to see you.
Absolutely.
And I'm going to see Qadry on September 12th at the Padonia Ale House, and we hope Sean will come and visit as well. All right. Our thanks to Qadry and Sean Hull, and a reminder, if you're interested in attending what will be a terrific event for a great cause, go to lifeandbreath.org for all the info. When we return, we'll be joined by our fantasy football guru, Ken Zales. He writes for both fansfantasyfootball.com and PressBoxOnline.com.